Well, hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Handy Matt, and on today's episode of Thrift Store Rescue, I have a salt shaker and a pepper grinder. I got them for $1.97 for the pair. They need a little bit of work, mostly clean up, and we're gonna sand them a little bit, and we're gonna refinish them with another thrift store find, some Minwax paste finishing wax. So it's going to be a little bit of a distressed style of refinishing, because I'm not really interested in removing all the finish that's on here. I'm just going to clean up the spots that are all gunky, like on the top here, on both of them. It's kind of like there's some dirty crust or something, and some stuff on the sides, but we're going to get them cleaned up and get them looking nice and put them on the table so we can use them. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to clean the pepper grinder out, and we're going to clean it out with coarse kosher salt. So let's get you guys in here where you can see what I'm doing. So the grinder part down here, there might be some gunk in there from some old pepper or something, whatever. And the simplest way to clean it out is just put some coarse grind kosher salt in here and grind it. Don't take much. Of course, I have nothing to grind it into. Yeah, I do. Oh yeah, there's some brown crud that came out right there. Alright, that should be plenty. Let's get her disassembled here, so we can get to cleaning on it. Rid of that. And there's two small screws here on the bottom. This one is a little bit stripped out. Really gotta push down on it. I think I'm gonna need some needle nose pliers. That sucker's pretty stripped out. I'm gonna have to dig around and see if I can find another screw. Come on, get out of there. The other one will come out, won't it? Yeah, this one comes out. Just put a little pressure on it here. Doesn't really want to come out, but it's gonna come out. I'm gonna force it. I mean, I could justify buying a new pair of needle nose vice grips right now. I haven't seen mine in years. We got her. There's the grinding part right there. And it looks like the salt did a pretty good job. I'm still gonna wire brush it, but that's the easy part. That's ready. Well, no, it's not. Let's get this tag over here. It's kind of annoying. The thrift store I got this, they have a notorious price tag switching problem with people that are, well, basically thieves. So they have to put extra tape over all their stickers to make it more difficult. And also to spot the ones that have been switched. People go to the register to pay. Alright, now when you get this out very carefully, this should be just a friction fit. Just gotta carefully work around it and pop it out. And just a friction fit. Might have had a little bit of glue on there. Don't know. But we'll clean that up too. And on the bottom there's a rubber stopper. The part we got to address here is it's pretty gunky on the top of these. It's almost like some cooking grease or something got on there and collected some dirt. I have a sponge, a sanding sponge. Let me see if I got a sanding sponge. I think this is a 60 grit sanding sponge. Let's see if let's get a little more aggressive. Got my Dremel. I got a flat disc. What is that, 80 grit? Yep. Yeah, this is gonna work a little better. A little faster. That's actually working pretty good. It's not taking much of the stain off, so that's cool. See how it's already got a little bit of a distressed looking where it's darker in there and lighter. I'll just kind of go around in this whole thing and kind of randomly pick a few spots where I do the same thing. There's a spot that needs the thread taken off. Now this underside has some gunk on it. Better clean that up. Oh yeah, that's way better. Way better. There's some chunks of crud along here. So it's almost like I'm taking off a buildup of kitchen grime, and I think that's actually exactly what it is. Get the bigger chunks off of here with the Dremel. Come back here with sandpaper and kind of smooth things out and feather it out a little bit. Of course, the bottom is, it's been sitting on a dirty counter. Let's get that grime off of there. I'm going to sneeze here in a little bit. I'm picking up pepper. The inside could use a little bit just there on that. Yeah, That looks a little bit better. Actually, it looks a whole lot better. Alright, that's ready for some hand sanding. I don't think this is really dirt up here. I think it's more like polished wood. Yep. Alright, let's take care of this one. And on this one as well, a bunch of crud sitting on a dirty counter. Now we'll really distress it. Whoever invented these sanding sponges, whoever you are, you're pretty awesome. You can sand curved surfaces like this so easily. Not going for perfection here. You guys haven't figured out. I'm sure you guys have been watching for a while but I don't restore. I restore to working order, but I don't necessarily restore things to where they're perfect like original. I kind of like the stuff that's got some dings and dents and has a story to tell, even if you don't know what that story is. That one's ready for some of that finishing wax. Cleaned up pretty good. Let's clean up the dust. It's going way faster than I thought it would. We're gonna spend more time looking for a replacement screw if I can't get that one back in. So get all the dust off of here. Chunk of chrome there to get out. Yep, sanded. Some places they're still shiny. Some places they're sanded through. It'll have a nice distressed look. Let's see if this can of finishing wax is any good that I got from the same thrift store. Hey, look at that. Meh, I'm not complaining. Alright, so of course I'm going to be very careful not to get any down inside where the food product goes. It don't take much of this stuff, guys. It really doesn't. All right. Once everything's coated, set it aside. And then I'm going to take a rag and I'm going to basically wipe it all off. Okay, that part's done. Clean. That's not clean, that's covered with dust. I'm just gonna basically buff it. That looks pretty good. Got all the gunk from the previous owner off of it. Yep, those cleaned up really nice. Let's get the top. Cool. All right, that's done. Got pepper, and somewhere here, I got salt. All right, so I'll make it easy to refill the, I should get this cap cleaned up. It doesn't really look like glue, it looks like gunk. Still build up salt in there. There we go, all clean. So I have the opportunity to fill this salt shaker without spilling salt, since I have the top off, because you got to fill it up upside down and the other end's open. You got to put your thumb over it. So the opportunity exists, so I shall take it. It'll be the only time it happens, but hey. One more. Okay, too much. Oh, I made a mess anyway, so. Cap right there. There's my tiny hammer. Okay, salt shaker's done. Let us get rid of this mess I made. I'm gonna sweep it back behind the camera. Get back here. Now, before I assemble pepper shaker, grab a wire brush here. Make sure that this is good and clean. The wire brush is clean. I haven't used it to Clean engine parts. More people. Okay, that's clean. And this just has salt in it from my salt cleaning experiment. Now, which way did this go? Oh, not that way. It went that way. Alright. Wire brush this for good measure. Hey, it's got a name on it. Let's see what we got. Old Thompson, El Segundo, California, USA. Yep, made in the USA apparently. Sweet. Now let's see if we can't fight these screws a little bit, or not fight them actually. Goes in like that. Let's put the good screw in first, then I'll fight the other one. Well, the one that's good-ish. It's still not great, but at least I can, at least the top's not all stripped out. Get in there. Let me get a little more out of it. Okay. Let's see if I want to even deal with this screw. Not really. Let me check the junk drawer. See what I got. Might work. I don't know. This one's a lot longer. I'm gonna try it. Hey, there we go. The threads actually grab pretty good. Sweet. There you go. Now you can read the company name on there. So that screw can go in the trash can. And I've got some little black peppercorns. Well, I was going to tell myself not to overfill it, but let's go almost to the top. Get the top on here. Uh-oh. not centered very well. I suppose I'll have to do a few rotations. Where's the cap? How clean's the cap? Cap could use a buffing with a nut. Just a little bit of a brass wire brush on the sides. See, there you go, chrome, my favorite color. Now let's try this here pepper grinder out. There you go. It works. Works great. Awesome. Well, that's going to do it for today. This salt shaker pepper grinder, nicely cleaned up, refinished, and full and ready to be used. So $1.97. That's it. And I paid $8 for this finishing wax, and I used probably 1/10 of a cent. Maybe a 1/100th of a cent of it, and that's it. And the salt and pepper, I already had it waiting to go. That's the consumable, so it's not really a cost. $2. That's it. That's all it cost, and I got myself a nice set of utensils for the kitchen table. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoy this content. The best way to support the channel is hit the share button, subscribe, and the like button. Drop a comment. I got a question the other day, actually, when I come to think of it. People were asking what the join button is, or why some of my videos say members first. Well, honestly, I really don't care if people join as members. Honestly, if you want to, you can. It's just $1.99 a month. I set it at the very lowest that YouTube would let me set it. I actually wanted to set it for like 25 cents because I just use it like a management tool, so where I can see where I'm at with videos going up, particularly right now when I'm going one every single day, and I can kind of keep track of it without having to dig through my hard drive and also go to other screens and stuff. It just helps, and you know what, it's there if somebody wants to do it and support my channel with, what do I get out of $1.99? I get $1.48 of it. So I'm not some great big channel where they got like platinum members that pay $100 a month. And good for them if they do, and that's awesome. Their type of content demands it, I guess. Mine, I don't think it really does, but if people start joining up as members, then I gotta really kind of think that through. But I think I'd rather just leave it at $1.99. Yep. Anyway, that pretty much does it for this video. I'll see you next time. Laters.